It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to the final 5 games of the season. This is the final month of this League One campaign. Are Derby going to end up getting promoted, or are they going to fall into the playoffs and languish into the month of May? Now, we've seen how they performed over the month of March recently in a video I posted this morning. So let's make a prediction for the month of April and let's see how Derby are going to do. So as you can see, here is the league table. Derby find themselves with 81 points from 41 games. Not quite 2 points per game, but near enough there. Paul Warne will be happy with that. Portsmouth find themselves 5 points clear. But as you can see by the next column on this league table, Derby County and Portsmouth face each other this Tuesday night. We're going to make a full preview video on that, which will be coming out tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for that. Bolton Wanderers are on 75 points. They've dropped a whole host of points recently, only winning 1 in the previous 5. Peterborough are 2 losses in a row. Barnsley the same, 1 win in 5. Lincoln City find themselves in that playoff race. They are now leading the pack there as they head to Carlisle next. Shall we take a look at all the fixtures which Derby County will face, and let's see where I think promotion may be achieved. So here are the games which Derby County face in this next month. We go to Portsmouth, we go to Wycombe, we face Leyton Orient at home, we go to Cambridge, and we face Carlisle United on the final day of the season. Now, Portsmouth, Leyton Orient, Wycombe, big games. All teams, well, maybe less so Wycombe with stuff to play for. Leyton Orient are still hoping to make a final swoop for that playoff place, even though I think it's a bit out of reach for them now. Cambridge United battling hard against relegation. Carlisle United putting a good result this weekend against Peterborough United, picking up all 3 points in a 3-1 win. So that won't be an easy tie on the final day of the season. So here is Portsmouth. We face them on Tuesday night, I believe. I'll have my full preview out tomorrow, so make sure you stick around for that. I'm predicting a 1-1 draw for that game. It's difficult to call this one because both teams have done really well this season, but in different ways. Portsmouth play a bit of a more attractive style of football than Derby do, obviously. As Derby fans, you'll probably know that the style of football that we play with Paul Warne isn't necessarily the most exciting thing on planet Earth, but it gets the job done, as shown by the league table. So for this game, I'm not 100% sure which way it's going to go. I think both sides are going to score. I think a 1-1 draw is probably accurate. It's a tough game to call. And I think it's going to be, I don't really think it's going to be one for the neutral. It's going to be very hard for both of these two sides. And I think we've seen how Derby can defend. We've seen how Portsmouth can attack. But which team is going to come out on top? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. So, Wycombe Wanderers away. I do think we're going to come away from this game with a win. We seem to perform really well away from home. Now, obviously, I said in the previous one about Portsmouth that we're probably going to get a 1-1 draw. But in this one, I just think Derby are going to have enough. We should have Max Bird back heading into this Wycombe Wanderers game. And it's a very difficult period for Derby because we have that gap of 6 points now to Bolton Wanderers. And obviously, they do have a game in hand. So it's a bit up in the air for me. We need to make sure we keep putting points on the board. I think a point at Portsmouth will be vital for me, at least to get away with a point. Don't want Bolton to be closing up on us there. And then heading into this Wycombe game, it's going to be massively important, whatever the result at Portsmouth, that we pick up all 3 points, because we can't be losing to those teams sort of with nothing to play for, in my opinion. And that's where Wycombe come into play. And I think it's going to be difficult, but a 2-0 win is what I am predicting. Leyton Orient at home. Now, for me, I think if we win our final home games, which was obviously Blackpool, Leyton Orient and Carlisle on the final day, I think we will be promoted. I do think this Leyton Orient game is going to be a grind. I think we saw against Blackpool that Paul Warne, and this group of players has got it in to grind out a 1-0 result. We did it against Bolton, picking up a late set piece goal. We picked up another decent goal this weekend from Ibu Adams. Are we going to pick up another 1-0 win against Leyton Orient? That is my opinion. That is my prediction. Let me know yours down in the comments. Now, here is where I think Derby are going to seal their promotion. Cambridge United away. Now, Cambridge United are battling really hard against relegation. They are just in and around it at the moment. I do think it's going to be a difficult game for Derby. Both teams with a lot on the line. I think we're going to come out with a 0-0 draw, but I do think this game we're going to see ourselves 4 points clear of Bolton, heading into the final day against Carlisle. And I think that's going to be all said and done for League One. You let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think it's going to go all the way to the final day? Or do you think Derby are going to be able to seal the deal beforehand? Finally, on to Carlisle. Now, this game, for me, there's a few results I could predict. If we get promoted at Cambridge, I could see this game like going Carlisle's way, because we will be on the beach, we'll be celebrating, the fans will be buzzing. It's not when you lose but you're already promoted, it's not the same. You still have that buzz as a fan base, and I do think we'll come away with a win. Do I think it's going to mean a lot? I think we'll already be up by this point, but I'm hoping and praying that Derby can pick up the results necessary in the month of April. There's only 5 games to go. If we can remain unbeaten for those 5 games, I think we will seal the deal. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. So, as you can see there, I've predicted Derby to pick up a whole host of points in this final run, only dropping points to Cambridge United and Portsmouth. Now, it's very difficult to read how this final few weeks of the season is going to go. Obviously, Bolton Wanderers they're trying to chase, but they've dropped a few points recently. Only picked up 1 point out of the last 6 points. So, obviously, losing to Derby, having that 14-day grace period hasn't really done them as well as they wanted it to. And obviously, Ian Everett looks absolutely rattled in their pre-match media. Let me know down in the comments whether do you think even Peterborough or Barnsley, I personally think they're out of the race now. I personally think now is a 3-horse race for promotion. I think Pompey are probably 1 win away from sealing promotion to the championship, because they're 5 points ahead of us. We're 6 points ahead of Bolton. So what's that? 11 points. If they get a draw, if Bolton don't win on Tuesday and Portsmouth win, then I think they're up. And if Bolton don't win, I think we're probably pretty much signed, sealed and delivered, really, because I think you hit that snag and then you start to struggle. But for me, I do think Derby are going to do it. I'm very positive. And if we lose against Portsmouth, this is going to completely change my opinion, because it could bring Bolton back into play. Obviously, they'll still have their game in hand at that point. So it's sort of like, I'm really on the fence, but I'm really confident we're going to be able to get this done. Paul Warne just seems to have a way of grinding out these results at home, and I think it is those final 6 points at home which is going to get us promoted. We're on 81 points? We're on 81 points, so another 6 puts us on to 87. That means Bolton need to pick up 12 points in their final 6 games. That is 2 points a game. They've not averaged that so far this season. Are they going to be able to do it now? That is the big question. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for my match day preview and League One preview coming tomorrow, and I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.